5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. If you are new, welcome. My name is Megan.
I'm Kristin.
And we are the Hale Sisters. So, on our series Family Ties, we have a new episode for you guys. And today we will be focusing on mental health. So, I'm gonna let you start. You can start with just like kind of giving the reason for it, what we're kind of gonna be talking about, and then you can go into your story.
So the reason that we're talking about mental health is because one, we both feel that it's extremely important in life in general. That's number one. Number two, we just feel like in our everyday life now, especially with everything going on with the pandemic and just with the way of life and us noticing a lot more of celebrities, and it's all in the social media.
Yes.
And then some of our friends like that we've gone to school with or that we even know personally are struggling with mental health as well. So we just feel like it's really important, especially in not only our community as African Americans, but also in our age group. Like, we don't really talk about, you know, our feelings unless we're going off or something like that. Most of us have not been taught how to appropriately cope with our emotions and feelings. So we think it's really important to bring this to Family Ties to actually talk about it. So real quick, I'll kind of just share like my history with mental health, and then I'll let you share yours.
Okay.
So for myself, I have so there was 2 instances where I feel like my mental health has been like super unhealthy. The first one, I was 18. I had just went to college. It was my freshman year of college. I hated the school that I was going to. I was going to a community college, which I'm not against community colleges. I don't know where I was at for this one. This was terrible.
Mom, can you pick me up? I'm scared.
I was going there. I did not like it. I ultimately wanted to go to a HBCU. Played through high school. Grades wasn't there, so it wasn't happening. But so that's what I wanted to do, and watching all my friends go away for school and me having to be in a situation that I did not even like, it was a lot. And so I found myself like falling into a depression, like not coming out of my room, like not even going to class, like it was pretty bad. So anyway, so that was the first time, and that was through depression. And then the second time was also in college. It was at the end of my college career. So it was senior year of college, and I was taking a physics course, and it was extremely difficult. Now, backstory on Kristin and her college days.
Please
did switch my major a few times.
A lot.
And it was only between 2 majors, psychology, which I should have stayed, and then exercise and wellness, because I wanted to go into physical therapy. So that's what I ended up getting my degree in, which is exercise and wellness. So I wanted to go to physical therapy school. And if anyone knows me, I'm like a planner. So I'm like, if I take these courses now, then I want to take them when I graduate. And this just sounded all great for me. It didn't work out. So anyway, I'm taking this physics course, and it's hard. Like, it's so hard.
We just want to know
9 plus 10.
21.
Anyway, it was the day of the final. The night before, I stayed up all night studying, like, I need to pass this final. Like, I need to do this.
She was in Hayden Library. If you went to ASU.
Gosh. If you went to ASU, everybody know Hayden if you went to
everybody.
ASU. Y'all, I was walking around Hayden like, hey, have you taken physics 1?
You know
like,
this.
do you understand this? Like, that's at the point where I was at. Like,
Desperate.
At this point, like, I don't care who you are. I just need help.
Yeah.
So, mind you, stayed in Hayden all night. Then my mom actually worked at the university. So I was like, girl, text me when you get here, because I'm going to come to your office and sleep on your floor. So I went to her office.
Before the final.
Slept on this woman's floor before the final. Get up, go take the final. I'm taking it like I'm thinking I'm doing good, right, y'all? This man said 5 minutes left. I had like 5 pages, no lie. 5 pages left in this final. I start sweating. I'm like in a panic attack at this point. I failed. I literally have failed. I don't know why I stayed
imagine
up.
seeing a student in your class like that? Like,
Yeah, I started looking around, then I had to remind myself he gonna think you cheating. Like, it was too much. So I finished the final. I'm walking back to my mom's office. I'm like, literally, I'm not a crier, y'all, but I'm literally walking, like, fighting back tears at this point. And I'm like, I just have to make it to the office. I get to the office. I burst into tears. She looking at me like I'm crazy because I don't cry. And she's like, are you okay?
Why are you crying?
Yeah, I'm just stressed about this final, whatever. I just failed. She literally left me, y'all. She left me in a moment of distress. And said, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. You ain't gotta use the bathroom.
She don't ever cry though. And most times, in my mama's defense, because y'all know I'm gonna defend her, Kristin doesn't really like want to be talked to when she's crying. She really wants to like
have to go to the bathroom,
cry, and let it out, and be done with. And I'm sure not only was my mama taken aback, like, bro, what, you just asleep on my floor? But then you are like boo-hooing and you never cry.
Boo-hooing, y'all.
There was a lot going on.
She literally, when she came back, she cracked the door to her office and said, you okay? All right, I didn't know if I could come back or not. What? If you don't come in here and console me while I'm going through a mental breakdown.
No, that's
so anyway,
so funny.
That was the other time. So one was depression and then one was just stress and anxiety.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Just because, and I'm not saying that her stress and anxiety is hilarious.
It's not.
It was not funny in the time at all. It's just funny to like think back at like, dang, like that was your experience, but like now we can look back and laugh at it. Yeah, so that was her. So for me and my situations, I would say that I have two that stand out the most. So the first one was when I was in high school in Ohio. So I ended up we moved to Arizona mid-sophomore year for me, which my parents, mainly my dad, was like surprised that I even wanted to move. And like quick backstory on like our school at the time of Ohio, it was very much
white.
Yeah, they didn't look like me.
Hey man.
Hey Julius.
Man, crazy out here, man.
Yeah, well, what did you expect?
I don't know. I ain't quite expect to be like this.
And I never went to like all black school or nothing, so it wasn't like it was like a culture shock as much as at the time I didn't really realize low-key how racist sometimes the school was and just like the town overall was. But I just always was like, I don't like it here. And I didn't want to go to this school. Like my mom she gave me the options of you either go to this private school that I had wanted to go to, but my siblings went to and did not like, or you go and you continue to cheer because me and my sister did competitive cheer. And we was like always on two teams, so it was pricey. So she had me choose. I said the school, and she said no. And so then she made me cheer. Well, she let me cheer, and then you just gonna show out today?
I'm sorry, she's doing a lot.
Yeah. So she made me choose cheer, essentially. And so I went to this school. I already didn't want to go. I had ended up going like middle school to high school. And it just was not for me. So then when my parents sat us down and said that we were moving to Arizona, I had like a whole breakdown. Like I just started crying, like Kristin in the office, like boo-hooing. And I just was like, essentially, I was like, I hate it here.
Our poor parents.
Right, in these meltdowns. I hate it here. I don't like going to school there. I never have. Like, I don't even like.
It was all like
care about the people. And like, mind you, like Kristin and my brother went there. They loved it. My sister cheered, so I ended up cheering with her like her senior year. So I was on the cheer team, talked to people, have friends. It wasn't like I was like bullied or anything. I just didn't like it. I just didn't like it. And so for them, it was like very surprising, like, whoa, like you felt this way. And I'm on the floor, y'all. So they looking up like, what the heck is happening? So, yeah, it was crazy for them, you know? So, that was like a very big moment where like my mom was like, you know, I never realized like how like truly like depressed or like down you were. Because you like, I always would come home, go to my room, not really talk, and then I would come down and eat, go back to my room. Like I didn't really talk, and like for my family, I'm a talker, like, especially now, but like, I'm a talker. I would tell long stories when I was little.
Lying.
So, like,
She would lie in her long story.
This is not your moment, okay?
Right.
So I would be talking a lot or whatever. So for me to not, it was a very big thing. Like, it was very out of character for me. So that was like one of my biggest times. And I would say that was more like depression for me. And then the other time I was actually in college as well. I think it was like end of my freshman year, I think. Yeah. Or was it sophomore? It was either the end of my freshman year, going into my sophomore year, one of those. So I was not made for school. Let's just say that. For college. Everything that I want to do in life had nothing to do with the degree. But at the time, all my family has went to college. Everybody's gotten degrees.
I said, sis, don't do it. I'm on the floor.
And so I just felt, it was a pride thing. Like, I always felt I had to go to school. And so, long story short, I went through a phase of kind of like stress and anxiety of just me not knowing what I wanted to do with my life. So I felt like a lot of pressure and stress on what major do I choose? Well, what do I do? And then I'm trying to work, and I was trying to work in the salon because I went to beauty school. So I'm trying to like figure out life, and it just was a lot for me to figure out. I had moved out with my sister, so it was like I felt like I had to be an adult at like 18, 19, and I didn't know what the heck I was doing. So it was like a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety of me just trying to figure out like, what should I be doing? And I do feel like, you know, a lot of times, especially like us going into college and stuff like that, it's like America makes it seem like once you hit 18, you should know your whole entire life. Right. And it's really hard. And so I feel like I felt that pressure, not like my family put it on me. I kind of just put it on myself, and it was a lot. And so that's kind of where the whole stress and anxiety portion kicked in, and me just kind of struggling with my mental health. So that's my stories.
So yeah. So
going back, we like, ooh, we've been
right.
through.
So I just want to say real quick, we'll kind of just share like how we overcame it and kind of tips and tricks that we suggest for you guys.
Yeah.
Which they kind of go hand in hand. So for myself, I would just say like looking back at your lowest point, and just really trying to figure out what got you there, because you didn't get that low overnight. So just trying to figure out what exactly or how many triggers did I miss that, or did I just ignore that led me to where I am right now. So I would definitely say that it could be simple stuff. Honestly, y'all, like it was too much stuff on your plate, but you kept saying yes to things, or you procrastinated too long and you were always procrastinating. Yeah. For myself, I had to learn, which I honestly, not gonna lie, y'all, just recently learned this, that I was always the type of child who was just like, this is great, like, I'll do this whenever I want to, like, whenever I get to it, it'll get done. But now, knowing myself, knowing my triggers, in order to keep my stress level at a functioning, healthy level, I have to literally have to-do lists. I have to literally schedule out everything in order for it to be like that. And so I'm a lot more structured than I really thought that I was. So that's one thing I would say. You got something?
Yeah, for me, I would just say one of the biggest things that I learned, and honestly, y'all, I'm still learning. So don't try to come for me. Because I think it's something that's so easy. It can be so easily triggered, especially like in terms of like the anxiety portion of it. It's just really figuring out how to release that type of like stress some way, somehow. Whether that's like an activity, whether that's like quiet time, meditation, like whatever that looks like for you, I would highly encourage you to like find something as like a stress reliever, because I didn't realize how imperative my quiet time is for me to not like lose my mind for real, like in terms of stress and anxiety. And so I feel like that's something that a lot of times we just feel like we don't have time for. Like we're just so busy that we can't take 10, 15 minutes out of our day to like give ourselves a minute to just like relax, have some sort of like level of meditating and just like calming your mind, to just like keep yourself going, but like in a stable, like healthy way. And then, so that would be one thing. And then my other thing would be to like find someone that you can talk to. Like, so I always struggled with like keeping a lot of my emotions inward, like inside, and I wouldn't tell nobody. I got in trouble all the time growing up for not
Ridiculous.
telling people, like telling my family like stuff that like people would either do to me, in terms of just like coming at me like disrespectfully and things like that. And I would just always keep it in. And so I struggled like the older I got to like start communicating more, talking to people. But it really was necessary. Like literally now to this day, like even when I struggle with like anxiety, stress, like I don't know what to do, I like can go, I have like a community where I can go to, like my sister, my mom are probably like my top 2 people, where I'll be like, look, I'm going through, I don't know what to do, like I'm about to lose my mind. So like I need you to help me like come back. So I think it's important to have someone, like even if it's not a whole community, it don't gotta be your friend group, it don't gotta be your whole family, but like finding someone that you can go to help you like sometimes talk out the situations, because I feel like we can make ourselves go crazy keeping stuff in, and we never like realize how much we've exaggerated it in our minds until we talk to somebody else about it. So I would think, or I would encourage you guys to just try to find somebody that you can talk to and like confide in those low moments or just anxious moments and things like that, to kind of keep yourself leveled.
Yeah, I definitely agree with those. A few other ones that I would say that I have done would be, I know Megan mentioned quiet time, so you guys know we're Christians, so praying is like super, super critical for myself as far as like keeping my stress and anxiety like at a minimum. The Bible says be anxious for nothing but in everything pray. And so, you know, I just be like, you know what, even it can be like so simple, just like I'm like stressed out, like Lord, please help me to X, Y, and Z, whatever I'm like going through. Another thing I would say is counseling. Counseling is so helpful, and people go to it for many different reasons.
I think it's good for people to do it though.
Absolutely. And so that is one that if you're open to it, I would definitely explore the option. Counseling, I have done like yoga. I've done like meditation. There's this app called Calm, and literally like you can click on the app and they'll walk you through like different exercises. It teaches you mindfulness. It teaches you how to exercise, your mental fitness, and different things like that. And so, and it's free. Yes, everything has a pay option, so you can get like more things when you pay, but everybody got time for that. So I have the free version as well, and I use that. So just different things like that. Or if you have an Apple Watch, there's like a setting on your thing, and it'll tell you literally to breathe. Like inhale, exhale, and it's like for 15 seconds. Like, so just different things like that, because breathing actually does like slow down everything in your body and kind of shut your mind down and brings you back to a level place. So those would kind of be the things that I would say. So I really hope that we were able to help you guys, and that we were able to list some things that could help you. I would definitely say, if you have anything, please, like, y'all know how we are, join the conversation. Please tell us, like, if you've ever been in a situation where your mental health has been low or not the strongest. And also tell us like ways that you've coped, different tips and tricks. Exactly, because everybody does something completely different, and I think that is what's great about mental health, is you can do whatever works for you, and still be successful. So
I think that's the majority of it. Hopefully you guys got something out of it. Like Kristin said, leave your situations, your experiences in the comments. Also, like if you have any other follow-up questions, like you can leave that in the comments. We'll do our very best to get, you know, different tools and things like that we can help you guys with. If you have not done this already, go ahead and click that subscribe button and join the family. We are always posting new videos with different content. If you have topics, feel free to leave those in the comments as well, since you're joining the family, because I know you love us. Also, you can click the bell notification to get notified anytime a new video comes out, so be sure to hit that as well. And that pretty much wraps up this video. We hope to see you guys soon. You can also follow us on IG at @the_Hale Sisters. You can follow my personal page at I am Megan Hale, and Kristin's
I am Kristin Joy _.
For a second, I thought she didn't know it.
I didn't. I'm sorry. Between my dog and myself, it's just
they doing a lot today. So we're gonna go ahead and leave you guys alone. But thanks so much for joining. We hope to see you guys soon.
Bye.
Peace.